Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to walk you through 5 psychological marketing triggers to make people buy from you. If you want to book more meetings with higher quality prospects who are willing to pay more money for your products and services, then keep watching because this video is for you. Equally, if you're in a sales or marketing role and you want to help your employer book more meetings or make more sales so that you can rise up in the ranks of your company, then keep watching because this video is also going to help you out. But just before I get started, please do me a big favor and like this video so that I can get it out to people who need the help most, and subscribe to the channel so that you can get more content like this. So the first psychological marketing trigger, and one which most people struggle to say correctly, including myself, is reciprocity. Reciprocity is a powerful and deeply ingrained psychological trigger. Actually, it's near inescapable. The law of reciprocity states that when people receive something, they feel obligated to give back in some way. When you receive, you're more likely to give. For example, let's say someone pulls over their car to help you on the side of the road because your car's broken down, and they spend some time with you changing the tire. Now, you have no idea who this person is, but you feel indebted to return the favor. Maybe you'll send them a gift hamper, buy them a crate of beer, or even invite them out for dinner. Whatever it is you decide to do, the point is that you'll feel indebted to them and feel like you have to return the favor in some way. One of the most powerful examples of the law of reciprocity used in a marketing sense is when businesses give out promotional materials or free trials or something to that nature. And this is why you should always have a free offer on the front end of your sales funnel or your sales strategy, because it gets buy-in from people for absolutely no investment, and you can ascend them into becoming a customer in the future. The next psychological marketing trigger is scarcity. The scarcity principle of persuasion means that the rarer or the more difficult it is to obtain the product, the service, or the offer, the more valuable it becomes. Because we think the product or the service might not be available to us in the future, we're more motivated to buy something than if there was no scarcity. You can use the scarcity principle to get someone to buy a product, fill out a lead form, or even take another desired action. So an example of this might be only working with a limited number of clients per month, limiting the amount of people that can join your mastermind or membership program, or only producing a limited number of physical products that your customers can buy. And once they're sold, that's it. They can't buy it again. There's none left. The third psychological trigger is anchoring. Essentially, what anchoring does is it takes advantage of the first piece of information or the first price that someone sees as a mental anchor that they use to compare all future prices and options against. This is why you always want to present the first price to someone as more expensive, because everything that comes after that will seem more affordable. Plus, when comparing things side by side, let's say you do have that second cheaper option, it will make that second cheaper option seem like a really good deal. This actually works really well with our next psychological trigger, which is framing. This is a method that frames or positions your offer in a way that makes it more attractive to the buyer. A classic example of the framing effect sounds like this. Let's imagine that you've been diagnosed with a terrible medical condition, and 2 doctors come to visit you to lay out your options and the different treatments that you can get and what kind of success you can expect from those treatments. Dr. A will say with proper treatment, you have an 80% chance of success and you're going to live on to have a happy and fulfilling life. On the other hand, Dr. B comes in and says that you have 20% chance that it's not going to work out for you and that you should start making some final plans. So here's the thing, both of those doctors actually said exactly the same thing, but just in different ways. 80% chance of living versus 20% chance of death. But because they were framed different, one being framed as more of a positive outcome and the other framed as a negative, most people would choose to go with Dr. A, even though they both said exactly the same thing, just in different ways. This is why you always want to spin your product or service in a way that demonstrates that success is always possible. Now, the final psychological marketing trigger to get people to buy from you is authority. It's a tendency for people to accept an opinion, a product, or a service if it is supported by a perceived expert, or an authority figure, or a globally recognized platform. So, for example, whenever you go and see a doctor, authority is at play. The advice that they give you, you're very likely to take because they're the doctor, they're the authority figure that you're supposed to trust. Anytime you see a doctor, a celebrity, or an accredited professional endorse a product or a service, authority is in play. This is one of the reasons why influencer marketing is so powerful, because people tend to trust the opinion and the endorsements of those that they look up to. Even your social media following lends a huge amount of authority to content creators or even to your business. Authority makes you look legit so that you can gain your audience's trust. This is why some big brands spend a fortune trying to get celebrities or influencers to endorse their products or services, because it builds trust and it's much more likely to get their audience to actually make a buying decision. So those are the 5 psychological marketing triggers that you can use to get people to buy from you. Now there's loads more marketing triggers that you can use to get people to buy, but I think these are probably the most important ones, or at least I believe they are, especially if you are a beginner. So if you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments below. Like this video so that YouTube can put it in front of more people just like you who need help most, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I release videos every week. Until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next video.